There's no doubt about it. Our jobs are our lifelines. Marami sa atin ang umaasa sa ating mga sweldo, sa ating mga trabaho para mabuhay tayo at ating mga pamilya. Pero paano kung hindi sapat ang sweldo lang? Have we ever thought about our personal growth and fulfillment? It is possible to earn well and not be fulfilled. But is it possible to earn so much less and still be fulfilled? I am Carlo Panlilio. Let's take a deeper look into our jobs, careers, and calling. Our jobs are a big part of who we are, and our attitude towards our jobs show our character. If we perform well or not reflects how we view our work. Mr. Al Daos, HR Manager of Alexis Corporation, describes the high-performing employee.
Ang criteria to be considered as a high-performing employee first is maganda yung efficiency in terms of output, in terms of what is the end result. And next is the effectiveness. In terms of the quality of work, minimal bang ang rejects. Another thing in consideration is the enthusiasm of the employee. Maski traffic, bubunuin niya lahat yun. He has to wake up early para punctual sa pagpasok sa trabaho. He must be a team player. Instead of being pahirap, magiging katulong ka pa sa progress ng company. Another quality, doing work beyond what is expected of him, is still very eager to help the company succeed.
Wow! Pasok ka ba sa description na yan? Malamang ay tuwang-tuwa ang mga boss mo sa'yo. O baka naman dito sa average o typical employee ka kasama.
A typical employee works based on what is expected of him. He will only perform jobs within that description. And pagka lumalampas ka dun sa napag-usapan nila ng employer, parang feeling na exploited na siya.
We also spoke with radio broadcaster Kuya Efren Palyurina and Ms. Maloy Salombides, author of Pro Tips. They described the frustration of many employees who feel trapped in their jobs.
Maraming ganyan na ang pakiramdam nila, yung kanilang trabaho parang preso, parang prison cell, na na-trap sila. Ginagawa lamang nila ito kasi kinakailangan nila malaki yung kita, kinakailangan nila maraming mga opportunities para sila ay maging successful career-wise, dahil maraming nagdidepende sa kanila.
Pagka hindi satisfied ang isang tao sa ginagawa niya, lalabas at lalabas yon dahil sa kanyang dissatisfaction ay lumalabas in terms of actions, words, even the way he assesses and makes judgments on other people. Lalabas yung kanyang lack of fulfillment na sarili niya, na itatransfer niya sa iba. Pati ibang tao, ang feeling niya, hindi na rin fulfilled sila. Kasi sila ay nakikita mo parang nagtsatsaga na rin doon sa trabaho na lang.
And that's where our problem lies. Bagamat nagagawa ang nasa job description, kadalasan ito ay dahil lamang sa pangangailangan. Dahil kung hindi, walang sweldo, walang trabaho. Ano nga ba ang problema kung trabaho lang ang tingin natin sa ating mga trabaho?
A job is something that you engage in for the money, for the pay, yung 1530, yung check mo. It is not necessarily a bad thing. It is something that you need to support yourself and even your career. However, if the job is the only thing that you do and you're after, doon nagkakaroon ng problema because you feel the job is what you exist for, what you were designed for, what you were brought into earth for.
Bago tayo pinanganak, wala tayong kaalam-alam, binuo tayo. Then pagdating natin dito, gano'n na lang ba yun na pag tumanda tayo, mawawala na lang tayo. So, in between that, from birth and death, is merong purpose. Yun yung tinatawag natin na calling.
A job has a way of giving you security. And when that security becomes the most important thing to you, then you lose sight of your career and your calling. Your job becomes the source of what keeps you alive, gives you joy, gives you a sense of being a positive contribution to the world. Because then it becomes a very limiting perspective. And as long as you get paid, you feel, okay na yun sa akin. You become fulfilled and satisfied with that, and you stop looking for anything else beyond the job.
Career, calling. Ano kinalaman ng mga ito sa ating mga trabaho? Kailangan din ba natin ang mga ito para tayo'y mabuhay ng maayos? Pag-uusapan natin yan sa aming pagbabalik.
I work as an online English teacher. Bata pa lang ako, alam ko na gusto ko magturo sa mga bata. Ayun. Tsaka I love kids talaga and I want to share my knowledge to everyone.
I'm working as a customer representative, home-based. To earn money para meron kaming pang everyday living. Lalo na ngayon na may baby na kami, kailangan ng diapers and milk.
Ako ay isang arkitekto. Ang main reason ko for working, mapalawa ko yung network ko, yung mga kakilala ko, ganyan. And at the same time, gusto kong makatulong sa pamilya ko. And para din sa sarili ko, para lumago ako.
Groomer po. Ginugupitan ko po yung mga aso. Komportable po ako sa trabaho ito. Masaya po ako na makatulong kahit hindi man tao yan, may buhay po yan.
Sa packing, kung anong mga inuutos ng nila doon sa loob. Ito, ganito, balot ito, ibalot yung ganito. College graduate din ako na wala lang kasi choice, magdi-December May pang ano tayo, may pira, may financial tayo, magagamit pang araw-araw.
Isa po ako gardener. Napunta lang ako dito dahil nagsara yung aming kumpanya at nawalan ako ng trabaho, pinasok ko na rin ito.
Nananahi ako, dapat sana mag-aaral ako. Sabi ng tatay ko, ang babae daw hindi na mag-aaral kasi pag napangasawa, ang lalaki ang magtatrabaho.
Masaya ka ba sa trabaho mo? Sobrang saya na talagang kinakareer mo ito? O masaya ka naman pero meron ka pang ibang gustong gawin? Ano nga ba ang career? Ano nga ba ang calling? At ano ang kinalaman nito sa ating mga trabaho?
A career is something that you do, but it's more than just a job that pays the bills. It's not just a paycheck. It's not focused on your salary. A career is more focused on your development, your improvement, your advancement in work. You want to do better. You want to be promoted. You want to become the best in a particular field. Kinakareer mo yan. You're not satisfied with just putting in 8 hours a day or 40 hours a week. That's the job. But when you want to improve yourself, improve the work, improve the company, you want to see development and you want to see social good come out of it, career na yun. Calling is something that is much more fulfilling. The job is not always fulfilling, but it pays the bills. Yung calling naman is something that does not depend on any of these material benefits. Pay, promotion, advancement. The calling is there in spite of these. The calling is there simply because there is a need and you have been called and designed to meet that need.
Maybe you say that calling is only for religious people, for priests, nuns, pastors, or even teachers, but not for people in the business or corporate world. Ms. Karen Abella, President of the Ramon Magsaysay Award Foundation, believes that each one of us really has a calling.
I feel a calling is something that everyone has. And the call is the same for everyone, actually. I think we're all called to live a meaningful life. Especially when you talk to people who are approaching the end of their life, they invariably ask the question, what was my life all about? All my achievements, all my possessions, what does this all mean?
We're really not talking about religion. Kahit sa mga business books, it's very interesting to note that they have identified certain characteristics of successful individuals, successful in their careers. At yung spirituality, a certain connection with someone, with God, nakatutulong talaga para magkaroon tayo ng purpose at ng tagumpay sa ating ginagawa at sa ating buhay. Meron kang full-time job mo, on the side, meron kang ginagawa pang ibang mga bagay na related pa rin dito sa full-time job mo. Pagkatapos, higit kang ini-enrich nito, higit kang pinalalago bilang isang individual para yung iyong karera sa buhay, maisakatuparan mo. Calling, on the other hand, can be the composite of all these things na sa pamamagitan nitong mga gawain kung saan iniuukol mo at ibinibigay mo yung oras mo, yung talento mo, yung panahon mo, na-accomplish mo yung purpose na ipinagkatiwala sa iyo.
So what are the different types of calling? And how do we know what our calling is?
Barclay said there are two most important days in a person's life. One is the day you were born, and the second day is the day you discover what you were born for. That day is when you discover what gives meaning to your life. Yung calling mo yun. Yun yung hahanap-hanapin mo lagi. And without that, it's going to be a hit and miss, trial and error life. From year to year, you change jobs. Decade after decade, you change careers. But when you have latched on to your calling, you know you were built for a certain kind of change in the world. You want to bring improvement. You want to bring education. You want to bring equality among peoples, nations. Yun yung mga calling na kailangan mo ma-identify.
Di ba ang sabi nga, walang aksidente sa buhay. Yung iyong personalidad, yung iyong mga kakayahan, yung iyong mga karanasan, lahat ito ay parang tools na ibinigay sa atin ng Diyos so that we will be equipped to accomplish our purpose and also our vocation or calling in life. Yung kakayahan na meron tayo, kadalasan ito ay signposts. Saan ka ba mahilig? Saan ka ba magaling? Ano ba yung mga bagay na ginagawa mo na kapag ginagawa mo yon, you feel a sense of satisfaction?
How does one discover one's vocation or calling? I think for everyone, it is a different journey. It's so unique talaga. I think if you ask 5 people, they will have 5 different journeys. Some discover it very early in life. Maybe they had a good role model, or their parents taught them certain values of service to humanity, or mga anak ng aktivista, no? So they pick up this very strong social consciousness. I think what is important in the process is the openness of a person to hear the call.
We can always look at people who felt that was not what they existed for. Even at the peak of their career, they changed jobs. Bill Gates was not called to be in the computer business all his life. He's pursuing his calling now of helping people where there is major needs in the world. Ginagamit niya ang kanyang trabaho sa Microsoft to support that. But his calling is definitely not just making computers and chips.
Excited na ba kayo sa pinag-uusapan natin? Maybe you have found your calling, but you cannot just simply leave your job. Yan ay isa lamang sa mga hadlang para magampanan natin ang ating calling.
minsan ang pera ay napakalaking hindrance para maisakatuparan natin kung ano talaga yung purpose ng ating trabaho at yung purpose ng ating buhay. Kapag ang pansin natin ay hindi nakatuon sa Diyos, mabilis tayong masa-sidetrack o pwede nating ma-miss yung ating calling.
And there are people that will say, hindi maganda yan, wala kang kikitain dyan, walang pera dyan, hayaan mo na yan sa pamahalaan. Yung pagtulong sa kapwa, walang pera dyan, mag-abroad ka na lang at mag-OFW ka. Ang iba pang pwedeng mangyari na parang manghihinayang ka sa panahon mo, manghihina ang loob mo kasi ikaw lang ang gumagawa.
We all have a purpose and we each have a calling. Next, we will meet an organization that honors individuals and other organizations who have found and followed their calling and help change lives in the process. We'll be right back.
Gusto ko talagang gawin yung talagang maging architect, yung ginagawa talaga ng architect.
Ang pinangarap ko nun, maging kusinero. Kasi mahilig ako magluto. Pero mahirap yun eh. Tsaka kung maging mapili ka, wala. Hindi ka makaka-asenso.
Gusto ko sana caregiver for Taiwan, and then walang nangyari. and then hindi lang yon sa Saudi, nagdan ganun din, and then sa ibang wala talaga.
Sa ngayon kasi ay matagal na yung trabaho ko doon sa pagiging hardinero, pero ang gusto kong ngayong gawin pa ay yung maging isang electrician.
Sa office talaga, yun talaga pinapangarap ko. Pero kaso lang kasi hindi na tapos yung pag-aaral ko, yun.
Dream job ko to be a businessman or businesswoman. Businessman someday. Siyempre wala naman lumayaman sa pagiging empleyado.
Number one, kailangan kong mag-aral lang almost 10 years. Just to be where I am. Yung puyat, pag-aaral, yung mga kailangan kong basahin ng mga libro na walang humpay. Tsaka nawawalan ako ng time minsan sa family ko para lang magkaroon ako ng time sa mga pasyente ko.
I am a call center agent. Una, dugong-dugo na literal na dugong-dugo dahil sa sobrang information na inaano namin dahil part pa kami ng training.
More on sana customer complaint, lalo na pag halimbawa yung customer maarte, tas maraming demand. Yung stress, yung puyatan, yung mga otis na yan. Sa pakikisama doon sa mga bagong tao, puro parinig, hindi na down ka.
Bisyo. Pero hindi ako nagbibisyo. Actually, pag pumapasok ako sa trabaho, sa entrance pa lang, may usok na.
President Ramon Magsaysay led our country with both love and compassion. People loved and willingly obeyed him in return. When he died in a plane crash, the country lost a truly great leader. To honor his legacy, his friends started the Ramon Magsaysay Award Foundation with a grant from the Rockefeller Brothers Fund in New York. Since 1958, the foundation has awarded more than 300 individuals and organizations who have made an enduring difference in various parts of Asia.
The Magsaysay Award recognizes calling accompanied by career achievements. The Ramon Magsaysay Award recognizes men, women, organizations, regardless of nationality or creed or gender, who have what we call greatness of spirit. It is an Asian award given to people who respond to real problems of their societies in Asia and do so in a way that combines empathy or compassion, selflessness, with good leadership. We have to choose 7 every time, and we hold them up as inspiration, mainly to give people a sense of hope, a sense of inspiration that, even if you're just a simple person, you can really do fantastic things. the award is meant to challenge others, to find their vocation and carry them out.
The criteria and process for selection are stringent, but there are some traits that are common among all awardees.
One of the things about greatness of spirit is it doesn't go around parading itself. No? It is relatively unknown, unwritten about. We have a vegetable vendor in the market in Kaohsiung, Taiwan. She didn't set up a foundation. She's not a millionaire. She earns very little every day. But she puts aside from her earnings every day to support children who are possible dropouts because their parents are sick or unemployed. Our awardees have found a calling in their respective lives. In fact, it is a calling that is evolving because they say after they've gotten the awards, their vocation expands or changes. So one of them said, you know, getting the award is like adding another burden on my shoulders. Now, because now I have to do more. I have to live up to this greatness of spirit thing, no?
Each year, the foundation invites awardees to the Philippines, not just to attend the awarding ceremonies, but more so to share their experiences in public lectures or conferences with different businesses and other organizations.
I think our calling is to bring the good news of Asia while there continue to be many, many problems and challenges of human development in our region. Still, there is so much room for hope. The mission of the awardees, as they see it, is to bring out the vocation of the communities to rise on their own and to know how to use help. It is a wonderful mission.
Miss Abelia, who gets to be up close and personal with them, is herself inspired by what the awardees have overcome and accomplished.
They give me a sense of hope, no? That no matter how dark it looks, there are pinpoints of light. And as long as there is light somewhere, the darkness gets dispelled. They are inspirations because they're ordinary people, did not set out to change the world, but have been transforming their societies. Then the challenge is, so what are you doing? No? How can you do better? And that's how we want the young people to look at the awards. You may not have scaled the mountain and gotten to the top, but as long as you're journeying up that mountain of trying to transform things in your own small way, you're on the right path.
Kung job lang yan, siguro you're doing it for money. Calling always comes from God. It doesn't come from you.
Yung trabaho kasi, ginagawa mo lang yun to earn money. Pero yung calling, ginagawa mo yun para kay Lord. At the same time, masaya ka. Nakakapagod, pero masaya ka.
Trabaho ay gumagawa ka dahil alam mong meron kang kikitaing pera. Calling, magtatrabaho ka kahit walang pera.
Mas express ko yung sarili ko, mas feel ko mag-serve sa other people. Mag-serve sa kanila sa ibang tao na manpower. Kung kailangan tulong o may kailangan, maglinis ang kalye.
Sigurado, teaching. Marami nga nagsasabi sa akin bakit tumagal ako dito. Sabi ko si mga estudyante ko hindi ko maiwan. Alam mo yung mga batang ang tuwing sa'yo, nanay, iniiyakan ko talaga pag gumag-graduate.
Teaching pa rin. Nasa loob na eh. Parang innate na sa akin. Ever since I was a child, ako yung pinakabata sa tropa, pero ako yung nagtuturo. I love cooking.
Pero ako, open naman ako kung will ni Lord na malipat ako sa ibang area, ibang trabaho. Willing naman ako as long as alam ko na magagawa ko tsaka kaya ko.
So how do we find our calling? How can we be sure that we are doing our purpose at this point in our lives?
Para malaman ng employee ko ano yung calling niya, first, he must understand ano yung role niya sa company. And ano yung value ng trabaho niya. In his own little way, how can it contribute towards the success of the company?
If you feel you have found your calling and you're not able to pursue that calling, learn to be patient and wait. Take the opportunity to work now, take a career, meanwhile. Meaning, while waiting, huwag kang matigas ang ulo. Alam mo na hindi pa hinog ang panahon, hindi ka pa financially capable to support your calling. Wala pa yung mga bagay na dapat nandiyan para ma-pursue mo yung calling mo. Huwag mo ipilit. Baka lalong even more damage ang mangyari. Learn to wait, learn for the opportune time, learn for the elements to be there. Matuto kang mag-generate, mag-build up ng new virtues while waiting. Read more, listen to other people more, and begin to grow in your ability to evaluate situations, people, and circumstances.
I would advise young people to do 3 things. Find yourself. In other words, be open to discovering yourself and learning who you are, good and bad, strengths and weaknesses, and to accept that. Because it is from yourself that you can create meaning for others, even if just as a spouse or as a parent. The second is find a purpose. Find an exciting purpose. And the third is find a mentor. Find a mentor, not just a role model, because role models can be up on pedestals, and then they fall. But a mentor is somebody who has been there, done that, and who is willing to take you by the hand or show you. Usually good mentors tell you what they did wrong, what were some of their mistakes.
Just from the term itself, calling, ibig sabihin may tumatawag. Kung naniniwala tayo that we are created beings and God is our creator, natural na yung creator ang siyang mayroong mas malaking pangunawa kung ano yung purpose o layunin nung kanyang nilikha. So if we're looking for purpose in our career, if we're looking for purpose in life, hindi natin yan mahahanap sa pamamagitan ng kung ano-anong kaparaanan lamang. We go back to the source. We go back to Him who created us.
I think that calling is always there. And whether you discover it early in life or later on in life, ay hindi talaga nagmamatter doon sa reality na may calling ka, may specific calling ka from God. Pagka dumating si Kristo sa iyong buhay, pagka nagkaroon ng reality, ang relationship mo sa Diyos, ang iyong calling ay nabibigyan ng new meaning. Kaya pala. Yung calling pa lang yon ay hindi original sa akin. Yung calling pa lang yon, reflection lang yon ng kung sino ang Diyos. Yung calling na yon ay part pala ng kanyang karakter na ibinigay niya sa akin and I reflect it because of that calling.
Job, career, calling. They do not have to be in conflict with one another. God gave you that calling to bless you and bless others through you. Initially, Jesus Christ was a carpenter, but at the right time, He followed His calling to die on the cross and therefore brought hope and salvation to men. Do you know your calling? Kilala mo ba ang Diyos na tumatawag sa iyo? Ano ang humahadlang para sundin mo ang tawag niya sa iyo? Ano ang pumipigil para ka maging pagpapala sa maraming tao? When you know the God who's calling you, you also know that He will equip you, guide you, and be with you every step of the way. So, is this the right time for you? If Jesus were here today, what would Jesus